It's quite long. And this is something I'm really excited about, actually. Nickelodeon has announced a new platform fighter, so think Smash Brothers, featuring their iconic characters. The game is called Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and it has been rumored for a long period of time. It's following years of them dabbling in the fighting genre. But yeah, Swinny, like I'm really excited about this, you know, as the two people who are like pretty Smash obsessed, coming to consoles this year in Q4. And then via Discord, which is weird. A lot of information actually came out of the developers' Discord. You know, they're saying that there is going to be a PC release as well. So this is developed by Ludosity. Is that right? Ludosity?
I say Ludosity.
Yeah, Ludosity. So they're the creators of Slap City. And that is actually like a very highly regarded kind of cult classic Smash alternative, like very funny, you know, there's heaps of really funny videos on Slap City just with the mechanics of it, but it's pretty like actually similar to Melee actually. And the good thing that I was like actually happy to hear that, you know, they've already acknowledged that and sort of saying that was Slap City, this is going to be a bit different, this is going to be its own thing. But to me, looking at it, looks very inspired by Ultimate, you know, Smash 4 and Melee itself.
Oh, yeah.
And Brawl, of course, which is kind of like almost named after.
If I didn't know, I'd be like, this is just a DLC for it.
Yeah. And I don't know, like it just looks insane. Like you've got like the trailer that we're playing in the background of the video, you know, just all the characters that you'd expect to see from Nickelodeon, Nicktoons, like, you know, the Spongebob Squarepanks, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know, for me, like Are Real Monsters, that was really sick. Reptar from Rugrats. They seem to do a really smart job of, you know, how do we try to hit on everyone's childhood? Because there's a lot of characters I don't know who they are, right? So it just feels like, you know, if you're a kid of the 90s, 2000s or 2010s, you've got representation in this game. And then, Swinny, did you want to cover some of the cheating that people have done in terms of trying to figure out what other characters could be actually in this game?
Well, I mean, I like how we're going to spend more time on that than talking about the characters themselves that are actually confirmed. That
well, no, I was gonna go through that. No, I was swinging back. There's a method to the madness.
Okay.
There's a swinging back happening.
All right. Just
calm down.
Just screwing with my flow. So basically, there is the box art has silhouettes, and they've basically people been able to identify 4, potentially more, depending on how they bundle these characters up or not, more characters that essentially are pretty much confirmed at this point looking at the silhouette. So we've got Ren and Stimpy.
They're the most obvious to me, and the next one you're about to say at the bottom, I'm guessing. But even I looked at the silhouette, I'm like, wow, that's Ren. That's just so clear and obvious.
So whether or not that's 2 characters or 1, we don't know. We've got Cat and Dog from Cat Dog.
That's cool.
Where at the very bottom, that'll obviously be 1 character as well. And then we've got Aang from Avatar: Last Airbender, and Korra from that universe as well, or the Legend of Korra as well. So pretty much characters we can pretty much mark off, which would have been expected as well. Yeah. Although Ren and Stimpy, if it wasn't for Powder Toast Man being on there, Ren and Stimpy honestly would have been a little bit up in the air because there's been a bit of issues with that series in the past. Yeah. But with Powder Toast Man being there and this silhouette, well, obviously it's happening. So, which is awesome.
Because I got to land on this spot, but Ren and Stimpy is so massive to me. Like, I feel like this almost like puts me over the line with the game to get it. Because I'm like, I want to play as Ren and Stimpy. That's just so cool.
And Cat Dog, man. I think The Loud House, it's maybe the only series I haven't really watched much, but everything else is so familiar, it's nuts.
And do you want to run through some of the characters, Swinny?
Yeah, so the alphabetically we've got Danny Phantom from Danny Phantom. That's a character I'm not familiar with. You could obviously we're old bastards here, so we're going to lean old towards the classic Nickelodeon. We've got Helga from Hey Arnold, which is great that she's announced and Arnold himself isn't yet. good old football head. We've got Leonardo from the Turtles. Got Lincoln Loud and Lucy Loud from the Loud House, who I'm not familiar with that show myself.
Yeah, same.
But Michelangelo is the only other turtle that's been announced, and there's been some rumblings in Discord. They said they're not just going to include characters to complete a set, so it's possible we might not get the other turtles. We don't know,
which kind of annoys me because Donatello is my favorite turtle.
Raphael's mine. So
That's awesome.
So-
I love it. So we're not we're all
right.
represented.
You can take over while I refresh my face.
Yeah, cool. So Nigel
Obviously,
Thornberry.
Michelangelo is my favorite. Yeah, go Mike.
So again, like just to emphasize, I'm very old, so I only know the ones that are really started in the 90s. But Nigel Thornberry, I actually don't know who Nigel Thornberry is, but it seems like everyone else does. From the Wild Thornberries,
Huge meme.
Oblina from Are Real Monsters, which I love that show. And
That's probably my favorite inclusion.
Yeah.
So far.
that's right up there. Patrick Star from SpongeBob SquarePants, Powder Toast Man, as Swinny mentioned before, from Ren and Stimpy, Reptar from Rugrats, which I thought that's such a cool inclusion. It could I love the way they've chosen the characters for this, because it's not necessarily just the most obvious ones.
I'm glad that they announced it, because initially they said he was too big.
Nice little smash joke there. I like it. Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob himself, which I'm sure is going to be like the most popular character, and then Zim from Invader Zim, which I don't know either. So there's a lot that I don't know.
So a certain friend of ours that I shall not mention is a massive fan of Invader Zim, and he was very happy to hear that.
Okay.
I was going to mention a certain friend of ours as well. Mark my words, he's going to pick that character.
You idiot.
So one of my favorite quotes from the devs was they said that in the Kotaku interview that Nigel Thornberry edge guarding is a goal all to itself, which I think is just amazing, because he's such a meme character. I never watched the shows, when I was younger or anything, but that character was already a meme, so it's amazing. But look, of the characters that we haven't talked about, I mean, the ones that I would most look forward to being added to this game would be, first of all, anyone from Rocko's Modern Life. That is my favorite Nickelodeon show. And the only other one is the Angry Beavers. They would be a cool inclusion. So
I just love how we're having these conversations. It's like, because we always joke, Swinny and I, especially around Smash, and are they going to include Goku or something like that? But there's a whole other tier of characters. Like, are they going to add SpongeBob SquarePants to Smash? That they're not. But it's this game. They're all in the Nick universe. But I mean, it does give you a platform for DLC, right?
Well, they have had Shrek show before, aired on Nickelodeon.
It's part of Viacom. It's like one of the IP. Like, for them, it wouldn't cost any money to have Shrek in this game. So, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this game, I don't know, I'm pretty hyped about this game, actually. It sounds insane. I'm hyped about a Nickelodeon brawler. But number one, I love Smash. It's probably my favorite now, fighting, how do you say it, Swinny? Kind of like style, like fighting game style, like platform fighter. And then just, having a totally different cast of characters, and then do we cover the rollback net code?
No, so
rumor,
that's all of the details that you skipped over to rush to the silhouettes.
Silhouettes are the juicy parts, that. I'm just giving the audience what they want.
So basically, let me take control of that then. So the game will have, as expected, online and co-op. So they specifically said co-op modes. So I don't know whether that means just team matches and stuff, but we'll have single player modes as well. They said you'll be able to unlock new moves for the characters. So I don't know if it's like a Smash 4 situation where you can have custom moves, but then in competitive play, they'll just have a standard set of moves that is tournament legal and such like that. It's crazy we're talking about Nickelodeon Fighter being tournament legal. We'll feature over 20 levels, including Jellyfish Fields from SpongeBob, the Technodrome. I think there's a sewer level for the Turtles as well. There's a bunch of others in the trailer. And this is where you're talking about that they will be implementing rollback netcode where possible, particularly for 1v1 matches. And I've heard a lot of speculation that they made some mention that kind of alluding to the fact that it may not be on the Switch.
I think that's not the devs, though. I think that's just the community speculation.
No, there was a comment from the devs that
that's new. Okay,
they know, but they didn't state that. But they didn't specifically say it. But it was very much kind of inferred that they were talking about the Switch. But we don't know. Until we get the official confirmation, that's not the kind of stuff that you're going to hear about in these initial announcements. Just like the fact that they're in the Discord, they also stated that the game will have wave dashing mechanics. Like Lab City did. So.
Yeah, and I mean, that's like what we're talking about now is getting ultra niche for fighting game stuff, but essentially like rollback netcode is all about, being more accurate and predictive to what, the moves I did on my end and what your end are, and as much as possible lining those things up. But just on rollback netcode, it also isn't magic. So if there is like a lot of packet loss, a lot of delay, a lot of issues, people like on Wi-Fi, all that kind of stuff, it can't just magically make the game perfect, right? So I can kind of understand with Smash, it's like you go to a lot of effort and then, some people just play on Wi-Fi anyway, even if they can play on LAN. So, like what's the point of...
Who would do such a thing?
I didn't. I just wanted to leave it at that level and move on. Right. But, I kind of get the devs. It's like, why put all the effort in when 70% of your player base is playing via Wi-Fi, because they don't have a LAN port or people don't use it. So, yeah, like, but it's just, it feels like so good on handheld, This is why you need the Steam Deck. This is why you need the Steam Deck. This would be a great game on the Steam Deck because you can play it on PC with rollback netcode.
And I just saw a comment as well. The PC version will have GameCube adapter support, so that's cool.
Oh, geez. But I don't want to miss out on the hype early. That's the problem, right? That's how they get you. No, I'm really pumped about this. This looks really